Reformed churches, I step way out of the comfort zone. And it somehow seems so wrong for my voice to come after any discussion about Sam Cooke. But we're going to do what we're here to do, and pray with us.
Starting a war, screaming peace at the same time. All the corruption, injustice, the same crime. Always a problem if we do or don't fight, or we do, we don't have the same right. What is a gun to a man that surrenders? What's it gonna take for someone to defend her? If we all agree that we're equal as people, then why can't we see what is evil? I can't believe you're taking my life from me. I can't believe. Will anyone fight for me? I can't believe you're taking my life from me. I can't believe. Will anyone fight for me? Oh. How do we cope when we can't love each other? Where is the hope and the empathy? How do we judge off the color the structure was made to make us the enemy? Praying for change cause the pain makes you tender. All of the names you refuse to remember were somebody's brother or friend, or some to a mother that's crying, singing, I can't believe you're taking my life from me. I can't believe. Will anyone fight for me? I can't believe. You're taking my breath from me. I can't believe. Will anyone fight for me?
Not many lyrics to the song, but it speaks to a lot of things. So even though there's a rap here, I'm not going to rap, but I would like to share a few thoughts about what I think this song is saying to all of us, if you don't mind. So this is kind of an anthem of Black Lives Matter. And we know that Black Lives Matter basically was inspired by or ignited by what happened to Trayvon Martin, the injustice and the murder around Trayvon. But, you know, Black Lives Matter is just a thread as a part of a longer history, a much longer history. This goes way back. This goes back over 400 years. Along the way, I feel like since what's happened with Black Lives Matter, we've discovered a lot of things from the past, the recent past and the more distant past. One of the things that seems to get a lot of attention these days is what happened to Emmett Till. And Emmett Till really is just a placeholder for a lot of other things. What his mother did to put the 14-year-old battered, bruised, and mangled son out for public display brought to light something that happened often and frequently. We just didn't see it. Maybe you've seen some of the pictures of other bodies that were mangled, that were lynched, that were burned, sometimes with people posing around it in a casual way. We go back, but I'd say this thread goes all the way back to Jamestown. This protest is not new. This goes back to Jamestown. The Middle Passage, the first ships coming over, there's always been revolt and rebellion. Why are we still doing it now? Now, the penultimate moment in George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, kind of revolves around George Floyd. That's what inspired this song. That's what we often think of because that caught us at a moment in time when we were frozen. Everyone saw it. But what happened to George Floyd going forward hasn't stopped. Again, we find ourselves in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, Amir Locke, and you've heard about him, right? That's a no-knock, warrants, pre-dawn raid. A man is dead. But let's think about Breonna Taylor. Let's go back to 1969. Let's think about Mark Clark and Fred Hampton. In that house, if you know about them, they were Black Panthers, but another pre-dawn raid. They were shot, both of them died. There were other people in the house. There was a pregnant woman in the house. There were other family and friends there. It said that there were 99 bullets that went through bedroom walls in the house. There was one shot fired from inside. That was Mark Clark supposedly grabbing a gun as people were breaking into the house, as far as he may have known. I don't know what he knew or didn't know, but he's waking up to this, right? And he grabs a gun. He gets one bullet through the heart. He dies. The gun drops, discharges. That's the one shot that came from inside. So again, nothing new. We've been seeing this and dealing with this throughout history. It's systemic. I would also say, if you look at what's happened we're at a much better time than we were in the past. It's true, we've made progress. But sometimes things just change. They reconfigure. What was once Jim Crow and a separate system for everything that we had to do in life, in civic life, for you and for me, that kind of changed. That's gone away as far as we know. There's a new thing that's replacing. It's called mass incarceration. If you think about it, once someone enters the prison system, they are tagged for life. You're disenfranchised. You're marked. Try to get a job. Try to justify why you've got this hole in your existence. And if you try to go out back into the world, it's systemic, it's intentional, and it's very effective. The last thing I want to say, if you think about it, this hatred and fear that actually powers what we're going through. This is a mad dog. This is a rabid dog, eventually will chase its own tail. Bite the tail, consume the tail, and start to consume the whole thing until everyone goes down. We talk a lot about, this is Black History Month. I know we need to think about this, but the suffering is not just for Black people. Even what we're going through with the people I just mentioned, this is not just about us. Think about it. Right now, we can talk about this month, yeah, there is a Black problem. There's various ways that people try to deal with it. But don't forget, it's not the only problem. There's a Jewish problem. There's an Asian problem. There's an immigrant problem. Right now, we have a book problem in this country. You can't even have certain books right now. So I'm just saying to you that if you think this is a thing about poor, Black, Afro-American, whoever, so-and-so, you're missing the point. What you really should be doing is thinking about where this all ends up. And if we are not careful, then any one of us in this room may end up saying the same thing, which is, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Will anybody fight for me? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Will anyone fight for me? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Will anyone fight for me?